The attack on our nation's capital on January 6, 2021 was an unprecedented assault on the seat of American democracy. As described in the indictment, it was fueled by lies.
Former President Donald Trump is hit with criminal charges for the third time in 4 months. This time, according to the indictment, for his efforts to overturn the results of the 2020 presidential election. Good evening, everyone. I'm Yuki Washington.
And I'm Jessica Cartelia. A federal grand jury issued an indictment just after 5 o'clock. Special counsel Jack Smith has charged the former president with 4 felony counts. They are conspiracy to defraud the United States, conspiracy to obstruct an official proceeding, obstruction of or attempt to obstruct an official proceeding, and conspiracy against rights.
CBS Philadelphia's Carrie Corrado spoke with Attorney General Merrick Garland at an event in Philadelphia this evening.
The indictment says the former president was determined to stay in power despite the loss. Attorney General Merrick Garland was in the city, and while he addressed the indictment, he didn't give much detail.
Immediately after the January 6th attack on our democracy, the career men and women of the Justice Department engaged in what has become the largest investigation in our history.
Attorney General Merrick Garland addressing former President Donald Trump's indictment while he was in the city for National Night Out on 17th in Montgomery. The former president was charged with 4 felony counts Tuesday night. The indictment is related to Trump's efforts to overturn the 2020 presidential election and the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol. Special counsel Jack Smith says that Trump knowingly spread lies about fraud surrounding the election in order to destabilize the country and spread mistrust.
Described in the indictment, it was fueled by lies. Lies by the defendant targeted at obstructing a bedrock function of the U.S. government, the nation's process of collecting, counting, and certifying the results of the presidential election.
Garland only answered one question during his visit and didn't elaborate on much.
In November last, I appointed Jack Smith, a special counsel, to take on the ongoing investigation in order to underline the department's commitment to accountability and independence. Mr. Smith and his team of experienced, principled career agents and prosecutors have followed the facts and the law wherever they lead.
Trump is scheduled to appear in court in Washington, D.C. on Thursday. This all as the president continues his campaign for re-election in the 2024 presidential race. Trump is also due to go to trial next May over his handling of classified documents. That case was also part of the special counsel's investigation. Carrie Corrado, CBS News, Philadelphia.
Also tonight, the former president questioned the timing of the charges on Truth Social, saying in part, quote, "They wanted it right in the middle of my campaign," end quote. In a statement, the Trump 2024 election campaign called the indictment election interference. We invite you to stay with CBS News Philadelphia for continuing coverage when we are not on television. You can always stay informed on our website, cbsphiladelphia.com.